Why is my Tokyo showing backwards? Huh?
It's Tokyo.
Hello, my friends. This is Bobby D coming to you live from Talambon, Cebu, Philippines. Having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well, wherever you're from. Hey, today I want to talk to you about Tokyo, Japan subscriber debriefing. Please. Tokyo, Japan subscriber debriefing in the Philippines. Yeah. Woo, what a joy. Such a joy to come back to you again, my friend. And today I want to say for those of you here for the first time, you click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue to see fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, before we begin and get into this, I want to talk to you. I want to mention some things up front so you guys know where I'm coming from. I don't have to repeat myself over and over again. These says I'm doing too much talking, so I have to mention the things I need to get to you up front before I continue. Number one, if you are new here and you like the videos, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. Okay? You're going to get similar videos just like this, motivational videos, and worldwide videos as well. Secondly, if you're inclined to do so, YouTube advises all of its content creators, which I'm a content creator, to suggest that you hit the super chat button. Now, what is the super chat button? It's a button there where that dollar sign is. You click on it, it'll ask you your credit card, your debit card, whatever, and you contribute to the channel. You contribute to our bottom line, basically. Now, I'm not going to mention the city board, but if you're inclined to do so, hit the super chat button. And lastly, if you are a Facebook user, you can get involved with our Facebook fan group, okay? And our Facebook group is called the Philippines Connection. The Philippines, that's with an S on it, Connection, okay? It's on Facebook, and we've got a lot of people just joined recently. At the beginning of the year, we had like 150. Now we're almost 500 people. So people are joining it like crazy, man. And the reason why is because on the Facebook group, we give you a lot of information that you need to know about the Philippines and the world in general. So join the Facebook group if you like. There's no charges, nothing. Just click on like, just like the fan page. And whenever we post, whenever we make a post, you'll get a notification that we've made a post. And those of you that care about the Philippines, have friends, family in the Philippines, you may want to take a look at those posts because it keeps you informed of what's going on in the Philippines. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to mention to you because Lisa D told me that I forget to mention those things all the time. So the things I need to talk about, I want to get them up front. Okay, so when I get ready to close out, we don't have to worry about, did I cover this? Did I cover that? And one other thing you want to take a look at, we have an application, okay, an Android application. It's called the Philippines lifestyle, Philippines expat lifestyle, the Philippines expat lifestyle. It's a free Android app. If you decline to do so, you can download the app, put it on your phone, and you can actually get to see all of our videos, the live videos, as well as the recorded videos. And we've got over 500 videos, man. We got I think it's 515, something like that now. So we got a ton of videos. We cover a lot of different areas as well. So today, we're going to talk about, for you guys that don't know, that for those of you that don't know, that haven't been looking at our videos recently, Lisa D and I just came off a fabulous, guys, vacation. And we had an awesome time, man. It was a combination of a vacation and anniversary. It's our 4th wedding anniversary, which in November. So we wanted to do something spectacular. Lisa D's been talking about going to Tokyo for a long time. I said, okay, we will just go to Tokyo. I wanted to go to Vietnam. You know, I've been to Tokyo and I've been to Japan, but I wanted to go to Vietnam to see what it was like there. I've never been there. So, you know how it is. You got to take care of the wife, man. you take care of her, she gonna take care of you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Happy wife, happy life, right? Man, so I decided we go to Tokyo, and man, that was one of the best decisions we made. This is by far, and we go places every year. Okay, this is by far the best vacation anniversary trip we have had, man. I'm telling you, man. You guys need to check Tokyo out, man. If you do, you will be going back every year. If you catch a good deal, it's not that expensive. Well, we're coming from Philippines, so our expenses versus you coming from the West, would it's going to be a little higher. But that's why we're here. When we're in the East, and we said we're going to go to every Eastern country we can while we're on this side of the world because it's cheaper for us to travel. So that's an advantage of living in the East. So today, I'm going to give you a debriefing of our trip as we began it, things we experienced, some of our feelings about the Tokyo people, the places we went to, and just to give you guys an idea. A lot of you guys might be wanting to go to Tokyo, to give you guys an idea of how it was for us overall. And so, Tokyo was an awesome experience. That is my overall opinion. And Lisa D wanted to move there, man. But right now we're gonna put that one on the back burner. Put it on the back burner. If we had to move somewhere else right now, Tokyo would be our number one destination to move to. There you go. It would be. The air is clean. They have a good economy. The streets, everywhere we went, we saw not a bunch of dirt and papers and everything like that. And every time we turned around, somebody was cleaning up with a sweeper, sweeping. And I didn't see no dust to clean up, no paper either. People are hardworking, and they're very, very accommodating to foreign people. We like that. We felt very welcome there from the beginning to the end, and it was an awesome experience for us. Those of you that have never been there, that's something I want to put on your bucket list, man. Because Tokyo is like you ever heard of a car like a Rolls Royce or like a Chevrolet? Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, Cadillac. That's how Tokyo is compared to the other Eastern countries in Asia. Okay, Tokyo is the top of the line. You hear me? When you go to Tokyo, make sure, doubly sure, you have some money, honey. Hell, you gotta have some money, man. That's why you don't see a lot of vloggers go to Tokyo, because it costs, man. It costs your pocket, man. I'm serious. But what we did, I played it smart. Lisa D and I, we normally travel Korean Airlines, okay? But Korean Airlines are a little bit higher. So we said, okay, we want to go to Tokyo. We have to watch our budget. We had a budget for Tokyo trip. And everything we did, we had a budget. So we said, we got to watch our budget. And we found out a way to get a good, decent ticket. We have a travel company that comes to Ayala Mall once a year, and it's called a Travel Expo. And they offered a great deal. But the problem we had was it was with Philippine Airlines. And we don't like particularly Philippine Airlines, but we chose it because they had a great deal. It saved us about 40% off the regular ticket prices. And that 40%, I don't know about you guys, but 40% is a great savings for me, So we jumped on it when we saw it. I was like, I don't know if I want to deal with Philippine Airlines. They on-time record is terrible, and the food bad, and I just went on and on. I went into my negative zone because of my past experience with Philippine Airlines. They're not the best, but they do offer some good deals. But so we took the deal, and lo and behold, we got on Philippine Airlines. That was an awesome trip. We had no turbulence. The food, they've improved, man. The food was great. The flight attendants were great. And we had an awesome time on the airlines from beginning, going there and coming back. So, guys, you will never hear me talking about Philippine Airlines again bad. I had an awesome experience. They changed my perspective. And a lot of times, you okay, my dear? At least you got a headache, y'all. A lot of times, when you take the airlines and you see firsthand how things are, everything changed. I took Philippine Airlines. Last time I took them was back in 2014, I think. I stopped taking them because they were so bad. So I was pleasantly surprised. They have improved. For those of you that come to the Philippines a lot, it's okay. Philippine Airlines is I would recommend them now. They have improved on the quality and the services, no doubt. Okay. But my top of the line airline that I recommend everybody take is Korean Airlines. They treat you like kings and queens. I've been on Cathay Pacific. I've been on Japan Airline, Singapore Airline, Delta. You name it, man. I've been most of them airlines I've been on. The only one I haven't been on was I think it's called Kuwait Airlines, one of them. Anyway, I've been to most of the major airlines, man. And the ones that I like the most is Korean Airlines. They're top of the line for me. But they're a little bit more expensive, okay? So now let's talk about the trip. We got off the plane, get greeted, and man, we had a problem. I'm gonna tell you guys, you going to Tokyo, one thing you want to watch out for is transportation, okay? The city is designed, and they have a perfectly designed city. The city was designed around the train. And the reason why is because they want people taking the train. They don't want you driving and polluting up the air. They don't want you causing a mess in their city. So what they do is they got 15 train railway stations throughout the entire Metro Tokyo area, okay? Metropolitan Tokyo area. And they want people to take the train. They encourage people to ride bicycles. When we got there, I seen people, old people riding, young people, everybody riding bicycles. Now you see a little bit of motorcycles too, but mostly it's bicycles people are riding. Or either they're walking or they're taking the train or the bus. You don't see a lot of driving. I was shocked. The traffic there is very, very minimal because people don't drive because it's so expensive. They tax them big time. So when you come to the Philippines, when you come to Japan, Tokyo, Japan, make sure you have the good walking shoes on. You're able to be walking. It's not a problem for you because you're going to do some walking, buddy. Unless you want to be paying taxis. Taxis are very, very exorbitant. Very, very high. Okay? In Tokyo. And you do not want to. We took a taxi twice and we regretted it twice. Because it was high, man. It was high. I feel like a robbery. What happened was we took a taxi. We got a price and negotiated from the hotel staff. They told us it was going to be 847 yen. Okay, we said sure, we can handle that. We gets in the cab. He takes us to a destination. We get ready to get out the cab. Lisa did get ready to pay the tax. She all right now. She just had a big headache. Now she happy now. Told me I got a headache. I want to lay down. Now she done popped up. She saw the camera. But we get out the cab. The guy says 8,487 pesos. I said what? I said man, what? I was going off. I said, what's wrong with you, man? We just negotiated a price. What are you talking? And he played like he didn't know English, When they don't want to know English, they play dumb, They don't want to talk to you, they play dumb. Anyway, long story short, we had to pay the man. We got out the taxi. I said, pay the man. I'm just pay the man. I was just ticked off. That's a racket, man. And then we had to take another taxi again, and the same thing happened, man. We get one price quoted, and then when we get out the taxi, then they jump up the price. And I think they're just doing it for us because they knew we were foreigners. So, guys, if you go to Tokyo, do not take the taxis if you can help it because you're going to be ripped off, okay? Leave it. Listen to me. Do not take the taxi. Either take a train, take a bus, or walk with your 2 feet. That's what we did. We walked. Our first day there, we walked about 4 or 5 miles. It was a long way, man. Trying to find a hotel because everything in Japan is in Japanese as far as signs, that kind of directions. Now they do have some subtitles in English, but because the Japanese words are all over, it's hard to read the English. And when you read the English, it's not enough English to be understandable to get you where you gotta go. So one thing you may want to consider when you go to Japan, use Google Translate, okay? Use Google Translate. That'll help. We use that in the hotel as we talk to the hotel people, the receptionists and so forth, the reservationists, hotel people, the desk people, We had to use that because they didn't understand. This is an international hotel now. You would think that somebody spoke English. They were like, I don't. And so they had to get out our little phone, and they had a tablet. We used Google Translation, and that's how we dealt with them. And even that was hard. So one of the main issues you will encounter, other than the transportation, as I mentioned, is communication. Communication. It's going to be an issue. So if you do know Japanese, you're going to be all right. But if you don't know it, like me and Lisa D, you better bring your Google Translator. And you may want to learn a few words before you come. That would always help you out. When any place you go, it's always good to know a few words, okay? So, talk to you about the transportation, One thing when I talked about the layout of the city, Japan is a very huge. Tokyo is a very huge city. Everything is spread out. That's why they have so many. They have 15 different rail systems. That's how it's so spread out it is. Okay, so anywhere you go, transportation, you probably want to just bet on taking a train or a bus. Okay, and or buy your own bicycle. If you're good at, you don't mind riding around, getting sweaty and dirty, whatever, get your bike. A lot of people do that. All right, talk about the people. The people there are very warm and very friendly. One thing is that they're not warm and friendly immediately. Okay? What do you mean by that, Bobby D? They're not warm and friendly. Not, when you come up on them, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna be. If they're reading a book or most of them out there, they do their phone, man. They be like all day long, and they're walking the street. They don't even look up. So they'll come up on you. They'll look up, see you, and they're very personal. They're very private people, but they're not like, hey man, hi. They don't do that. They don't do that immediately. You have to actually initiate the friendliness. You have to actually talk to them or try to talk to them and see. Lisa D was good. She was very good. She would run up, hi, do you speak English? Do you speak English? She did that the whole trip. And some of them that did, they opened up and they talked to them. But the ones that didn't, they do want to, no. They didn't want to be bothered. Like we were Dracula or something. They were like, get away. But the reason why they did that is because if they don't speak English, they don't want to waste their time because they don't understand. And most of the older people there don't speak English. And a lot of the younger ones too, I was shocked. Because English is taught, just like English is taught here in the Philippines, English is taught in Japan to every child. From the grade school to the high school, they're taught. Just like here in the Philippines, they get taught English here. If you don't use it, what? Lose it. Yeah, so they lose it. Anyway, so you need to, communication is going to be an issue for you, okay? It's going to be an issue, no question about that. Now, if you're in a tourist district, you're going to find that more people will speak English there than if you're in the other residential areas, okay? Cost of living in the Tokyo, Japan area. Tokyo, Japan is very, very high to live, man. Now, Japan is the third largest economy in the world. In the USA, number one, China, and then you got Japan, Germany, and all the others fall in place. It's a very big economy. And I checked on the fact that homeless people is only 20, according to statistics, Google statistics, there's only 25,000 homeless people in Japan. I was shocked. So that tells you the country is doing great. The economy is doing great. And what I was questioning is, if the economy is doing so great, why is everything so high out there? I don't know. But guys, if you come here, make sure you have plenty of money because everything is high out there. There's nothing cheap in Japan. The average wages for a Japanese person working on a yearly basis, and I'm converting to dollars, is $23,000 per year. Okay, so that's not a lot of money, but and especially because things are high out there, it's going to be hard to live off of that kind of money in Japan, man. But they do it. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. So, cost of living in Japan is pretty high. You got to have money to live out there, man. You just can't come over there and say, "Well, I'm gonna get me a little job." You better have some money. One thing I recommend if you want to go out to Japan and live, this what you can do. You can get you a teaching job. Okay, teaching is huge there in Japan. People take that course called English Second Language. The certificate you can get, I think it's 6 months or a year. Once you get that certificate, you get hired in Japan like that. You don't have to have a college degree, but if you got that certificate, you get hired like that. And you can work online or you can work in a class. And a lot of the people, not the country, the government in Japan will pay for your boarding. Okay, they'll pay for where you're going to stay. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that if you get that teaching job. I'm thinking about doing it. Lisa didn't want to move there, but I told her to put it on the back burner for right now. But in the process, I might just think about taking it because it's not that it's only like I think it's like 6 or 9 months, something easy cheesy. And but that's something you want to think about, you guys, that you take that certificate course. You don't have to teach in Japan. You can teach here in the Philippines. You can live anywhere and teach online with that certificate. So that's something that you guys that want to know how to make a living overseas. That's a very good way. Now, for those of you guys that have degrees, I have degrees, I have masters and a bachelor's. You can sometimes they will waive that teaching certificate. That's teaching English as a second language certificate. Sometimes they will waive that if you show that you have an English degree or a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. Okay, that's how bad they need teachers in Japan. They will waive it for it. So that's another option for you as well. Now you said, Bobby D, why are you telling us all? Because I want you guys to know, be informed. I want you guys to be in the loop. Those of you that want to thinking about trying to move overseas, this is prime information that you need to know and you need to be aware of. Okay, that's why I'm telling you this stuff. I mean, I think you need to know. For those of you that want are looking at moving overseas, it's something that you should look at. All right, so we enjoyed ourselves tremendously in Japan. Everything was clean. Like most of the corners, you go like a corner, there's a park on every corner. And on Saturday, the Japanese people get all their kids. Okay. That I had to switch from my mobile data to my Wi-Fi. Dropped me off. But as I was saying, there's a lot of things going on in Japan, and it's a nice place to live. It's to give you a very good alternative for those of you that are seeking alternative places to go and live overseas. Now, one thing you should be aware of, as far as relationships are concerned between foreigners and Japanese women, they don't pretty much, for the most part, they're not pretty much accepting of a lot of different colors. You know, just like there's a lot of Asian people just want white. They like white. They will accept black people, but I didn't see a lot of black and white. Or I mean, I didn't see a lot of Asian and black people out there. I met two guys from the USA, two black guys, and they both had one was married and the other one's girlfriend, Japanese. But that's about it. I didn't see a lot of biracial couples in Japan when I was there, and so that's something you may want to consider as well. Now, I can tell you for a fact, if you're a female, if I've got any females watching or whatever, and you're trying to go to Japan, they treat the females not that well, okay? And I got this firsthand from our tour guide. The tour guide has been there for 4 years, and she said the Japanese have a reputation of mistreating women and treating them very poorly. She said that's one of the reasons why she was going. The tour we did with her was her last tour. She said she was ready to get back. She was from Russia. She was ready to get back to Russia. She said she did not like the way they treat women out there. So they don't treat women out there that well. That's one thing you want to consider as well. What else? The average population in Japan is 123 million. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Oh, one other thing, guys. Japan has a very, very high suicide rate. Okay, why? I don't know, but they have a very, very high suicide rate, and it's sort of puzzling because it's a beautiful place to live. And as I told you before, the homeless rate is only 25,000. So it's not like people are not having a home, need to commit suicide, going crazy. You know, it's a beautiful place. I don't know why, but it has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. So those are some basic information that you should know about when you're trying to go to Japan or visit. But I say, you know, if you don't want to live there, it's okay. But check it out, man. It's always good to see how other people live. Always good to see how other people live on the other side of life. So let's go to the roll call. Everybody ride the train, Bobby D and Lisa D. Y'all ready to ride the train? Ready to ride the train, Bobby D and Lisa D. Get ready for the roll call. All aboard. When I say toot toot, you say all aboard. Toot toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot toot. All aboard. Toot toot. All right. Hey, let's get the roll call. Got you in the house. Are you in Cebu City Sheriff, Brian? Got you in the house. Are you in Cebu City Sheriff, Brian? Yeah, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Yeah, man. I'm in Cebu, man. there's a suburb of Cebu called Talamban, but it's part of Cebu. That's where we're at. We're Talamban, Cebu City, Philippines. That's where we're at. Who else we got around this train today with us? Expat at large. How's it going, Bobby D? It's been a while. Yeah, man. Expat. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. You doing okay? Good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we got this is I've never had an issue. We got this is I've never had an issue with Philippine Airlines from LA. I like that. It's nonstop. Okay, all right. When I first started riding Philippine Airlines, they were terrible, man. They didn't want to speak to you, and the food was crappy. I was like, I stopped riding them for a long time, but this is my first time in years riding them, and I was pleasantly surprised. They don't have the best track record, on-time record as well. So recently, they won an award for being one of the most improved airlines in Asia. So they're trying to change it. So I've had a pleasant experience with them. So I would probably ride with them again. They had a good price on the ticket. That's the only reason why we got it. All right, who else we got here? Says Expert Law says all American carriers to the Philippines suck in customer service. I tell you what, I agree with you a part of that because I've taken Delta. Delta used to be good, man, back in the day. They just went down, down, down. I stopped taking them. When I first started going out here, I started was taking Delta. And then when I found the other airlines were better as far as customer service and food, I let Delta go. Delta was serving them plastic forks and all that kind of load. They used to have a meal. When I first started riding back in the day, they used to have a full meal. And then they started giving you peanuts and a little cup of drink, a little soda. I'm like, oh man, I'm paying them good money for this. And they gonna give me this. That's supposed to be a meal for me. I let them go, man. And I used to work at Delta. I actually worked at Delta. I was a network technician for Delta. I fixed computers. And so, but I had to let them go, man. What else we got here? Riding Love Train, Bobby D. Dennis, what's up, man? Dennis Antonio, he said that flights are good on international flights. The quality of their services goes down on national flights. Okay. Well, that makes sense. The longer you have somebody, the more you want to make sure they're taken care of. Okay. So yeah, you want to do much better on the international flights. But at the same time, you got to keep the home base, satisfied and happy too. So it got to work both ways. Expert Lodge, I took American Airlines from Manila to Los Angeles. I asked the attendant for a soda, and with her white southern accent, she tells me as soon as I get a chance, honey. yeah, that's how they do sometimes, man. They come down and act like you just one of them, but you're not. They got to treat you as customers king, and then sometimes they forget that. Eddie Jackson says, good evening, guys. It's 4:18 a.m. in the morning here. Oh, wow. Where are you located, man? 4:18? It is 8:39 in the morning here. It's not that early here, man. 8:37 right now, p.m. All right, so who else we got here? Expert Lodge, don't even take a taxi in Manila. Man, I try to avoid Manila, man. I told y'all earlier on the broadcast earlier today, I don't even try to go through Manila, man. And you right about the taxi. They scammed me and Lisa D when we were there about a year and a half ago. They scammed us. They try to make you pay more than what you're supposed to pay, and they're always being written up. If you go on the internet, if you do a Google on taxi scam in Manila, you have about 4 or 5 pages. Because that's what they do. They rip people off. And they rip the foreigners off because they know you got money. You got to have money to get in the country. But yeah, taxi scams are bad. I did a video on taxi scams out here. This taxi scams here right in Cebu too. All right, Dave, what's up, man? Dave Carter in his house. They had little Bobby D and Lisa D. Lisa D knocked out now. She was up in a minute ago. She over there asleep. She laid down on the sofa asleep. Yeah, we doing good, man. We had a good day today. We went out and got some groceries. Yeah, we went on and got some groceries. Y'all saw that previous stream we did, live stream. Came home, relaxed a little bit, and then we back at it again. I don't want to say, wow, I thought you were home. Yeah, I'm home. I'm home right now. I'm in Talamban, Cebu City. This is our house. I'm home, man. You thought I was still you thought I still was in Japan, Tokyo? Nah, I'm home, man. George Woods, what's going on, George? He says, hello and good morning, Bobby D and Lisa D. Good morning to you, George. Always good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Ghost man in his house. He says, riding the love train, Bobby D and Lisa D. How do they do it? Lots of ramen noodles and tea. That's what it got to be, man, because everything is high out there. I told you, man. We were shocked. Everything was high. Everything is high out there. And these people work all the time. They're very hard workers. They work 12 hours a day, just about, most of them. But I don't know how they do it, man. But one thing we noticed when we went into the supermarket and stuff, we couldn't find a lot of fruit. We eat a lot of fruit. Couldn't find a lot of fruit. And the ones we found were bananas. And one banana was like $3. I was like, what? When we converted the yen to bucks, it was like $3. So things are very, very high there. I mean, if I had to live there, I could probably live there, but we'd have to watch our food budget. We'd have to watch all of our expenses. We have to watch it to a T because of the prices of everything being so high there. But it's you got to take the good with the bad. The good part is that it's a beautiful place to live. And we felt right at home there, man. We felt very comfortable, very relaxed there. But it's an atmosphere that's easy to get involved with and easy to blend into. Who else we got around the love train? Bobby D and Lisa D. He says, expected logic, just like America, they get liquor on every corner, but they don't act like a fool like we do. No, I ain't seen nobody act a fool, man. Since I saw like maybe 3 policemen, and they were not even in crowded areas. They were just walking their beat. And every time we went into crowded areas, like crowded tourist areas where people, rowdy, could get rowdy. We didn't see nobody rowdy. But people just in their business, buying stuff, chit-chatting with their friends, and it was crowds. And looking around, and I didn't see no liquor out there either. I didn't see nobody drinking. But they were just, it was just very manageable, peaceful, and I've been thinking that's the way the people are, I had no problem with the crowds. Everybody was manageable and minding their business. That's one thing I like about them. They mind their business, man. They don't come up in your face and look you all up and down. If they'll be walking the street, most of them do like this. They have their little tablet, or they have their cell phone. Got their head down. Because they see out of peripheral side vision. And that's all they do. And when they get ready to go to the light, they look at the light, and go right back to doing their little thing on their phone or tablet. That's how they do. Who else we got out here? Riding the love train with Bobby D. Let's see, we got Ghost Man, Expanded Lodge, Iron One says all aboard. I forgot to say that, man. Y'all gotta remind me, man. All aboard. Y'all ready to ride this train? All aboard. When I say all aboard, you say toot toot. All aboard. Toot toot. Yeah, let's get this train running, man. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Reggie Coleman, riding the love train. Bobby D and Lisa D say good morning or good evening, Bobby D and Lisa D back home. Okay, man. Yeah, it's good evening here, man. It's about 8:30 something in the evening. Lisa D just chilled out on me. She knocked out over here. She had a little headache. She laid down. She tried to pump up a little bit. Now she's back out again. I love her, man. She's the best person I've ever had as a wife or girlfriend, for that matter. Yeah, man. But we back home, man. We enjoying ourselves, and we still got a little bit of jet lag. I'm still a little bit, floating. I slept late this morning. I had originally scheduled this particular live stream earlier, but I had to cancel because I was so tired, man. I can't do it. I needed energy, man. So that's what we're doing right now. Trying to give y'all an idea of how our trip was, so that if you guys decide you want to go, you will know what to look out for, and you will know what to expect. It's easy to get in there. If you can get a visitor's visa to get into Tokyo in Japan. The visitor's visas for American is for 90 days. It's called a temporary visitor's visas. Okay, I can stay up to 90 days. The temporary visitor's visas for Lisa D was 14 days. Sure, she couldn't stay over 14 days. Now, if you stay beyond your designated time, you can apply for an extension of your visa. Okay. Now, if you have a girlfriend and she's in the Philippines, you want to take her to Japan, have a vacation, it's okay. You can do it, provided that you're an American. It won't be any visa. You won't need a visa at all. They use your passport as a temporary visa. They have an agreement with the United States. However, if your girlfriend's Filipina, she will need to have some money, honey. Yeah, she gonna have money in that account. She gotta have at least 200,000 pesos in her checking account, and they verify that before they provide the visa. She got to have 200,000 in her checking account, and that because people in the Philippines are normally, they consider them poor. They're a developing country, and they make sure that people that are in developing countries have money in their pockets when they come there because they know things are high. They know they're going to buy stuff, and they don't want them to get stuck and they spend all their money and not get back home. So it's a big difference between the U.S. person going to Japan versus a Filipino going to Japan. It costs more money for a Filipino than a U.S. person. Now, if you wanted to become a Japan citizen, of Japan, you remember Naomi? Naomi became one of the tennis player. I think Naomi Osaka, something like that. Anyway, the famous tennis player, she renounced her citizenship from the United States. She had a dual citizenship with United States and Japan. She renounced her American citizenship. She's now a citizen of Japan. Now, it takes 10 years for you to become a Japanese citizen. You have to renounce your citizenship and they'll accept you as a Japanese citizen. Okay? I would never want to do that. But one thing I might do a show on this. Guys, this is a trend that's happening right now. I'm gonna tell you what it is. They got a lot of people that are renouncing their American citizenship. Yeah, it's like renouncing their citizenship. And the reason why they're doing it, because a lot of people are getting in trouble with the United States government as far as taxes are concerned. So they don't want to pay taxes. The people like 5, 10, 15 years worth of taxes. And in order to avoid that, they go to some other country and announce their citizenship and they don't have to pay taxes. That's a big trend right now. I would never do that. I just want to pay my taxes, man. I would never renounce my citizenship. But that's what's happening, man. Keeping y'all in the loop. Keeping y'all in the loop, in the loop, in the loop. All right, who else we got here? Riding love, Bobby D, Lisa D. I don't want says, oh boy, Reggie Coleman says, good morning. Ghostman says, I read that their society has extreme peer pressure. If you fail to sort your recyclables properly, you're publicly shamed with your neighbors. Some people can't live like that. Okay, yeah, that's probably true. Because the people out there are very detailed people. They're very clean, they're very cleanly, and they're very detailed. So yeah, if you probably don't do your stuff that you're supposed to do, you probably be shamed. Yeah, you know. And I wouldn't want to shame nobody, but I was like, look, man, you need to tighten up. I wouldn't shame nobody, man, but I would talk to them one-on-one. So, look, man, look here, you putting your trash in the wrong place. You need to tighten it up. That's what I do right here now, you know. But, you know, that's how things is, man. Japan people are very, very traditional. They're very, very conservative. And at the same time, they can be very friendly. Now, on the surface, when you look at them, they got that hard face. You know, they look mean. They look mean. So a lot of them look mean, you know. They just don't smile a lot. They don't smile a lot and they don't laugh a lot. But you have to really warm them up to get them to smile and laugh, okay? But they're really friendly once you get to know them and they get to know you, they open up. All right, so who else we got here around the love train? Bobby D and Lisa D. We got hold up, y'all. Hello. Okay, we got Mark Mason. What's up, man? Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you. He said, I don't like the cold. He said, I don't like the cold. Oh, Expat said, I heard that too, Ghost. Okay. Mark Mason says, okay, wait a minute. I went down too far. Okay, Mark Mason. He said, welcome back, Bobby D and DC. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, we had a great time in Tokyo, man. It was an eye-opening experience. Lisa D and I went up another level in our relationship, you know. Sometimes when you move up to the next level, you got to be ready because things change. And we're expecting a lot of positive changes in a lot of different areas, okay? But yeah, we had a great time in Tokyo, man. If you ever get a chance, Mark, check them out, man. Check Tokyo out. He's out watching all in Japan. Yeah, man. I'm glad. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate that, man. Somebody said at least somebody watched me. I don't know what all you guys did, but Mark watched me, man. That's all right, Mark. You all right with me. Expected loss of the ghosts. I've heard that too. Okay, you all heard that? Okay. Mark Mason said, but I don't like the cold. It's okay, man. Well, you must be from Florida, Mark, because I know you know. I like 4 seasons. I like summer, winter, fall, and spring. I like it all. So it's not always cold in Japan. And it really wasn't that cool. It was cool because it's autumn there, it's fall. And the leaves are changing, and it was like in the 60s. One day we had to get out early in the morning and go on an all-day tour. And it was a cold morning. We had to put on my hat. You know, I'm with the hat on. I had to put my hat on. It was cold, man. I think it was about 40-something degrees that morning, but it warmed up to the 60s that afternoon. But they have 4 seasons just like the USA. You know, they're not always cold there. It's a very nice Japan video. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate it, man. All aboard. Fellow Traveler says, all aboard. What's going on, fellow Traveler? I want to toot toot. Yeah, man. Get on this train. Ride this train. Ain't nothing but a love thing. Reggie Coleman said, yeah, I understand. Happy to see you and Lisa D back home safe. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate all the prayer. I had a lot of people emailing me. I had a lot of people contacting me, wishing me all the best, telling me to be safe and everything. Gave me some very helpful suggestions as well. Mark Murphy was one of those people that did it as well. Murphy Hayes. Let's see what else we got here. Eddie Jackson said the reason why suicide is so high in Japan is because they do it as a group. Oh, really? Okay. It's called group suicide. They actually have suicide forums. Japanese culture has a herd mentality. Okay. Good information, Eddie Jackson. In the house. I didn't know that. Group suicide. Wow. Oh, wow. That's sort of mind blowing right there, man. I mean, well, that's a turn off for me. Group suicide. My goodness. I have to read up on that. That's very interesting to me. I didn't know that. Thank you for bringing that up, man. There's a reason why they're doing that suicide too. It is stress, social media, and depression are the leading cause for suicide in Japan. Okay. I can understand that. Stress is because the people there work 16, 14, 16 hours a day. So I can understand it. They're under a lot of stress and pressure. And they're under a lot of stress and pressure to perform well. Performance is very, very sought after and required in Japan if you get on you can't be average and get on them jobs. You got to be the best. And you don't perform well, you fired. You out of there. So yeah, I understand where the pressure could come from as far as stress. Good. George Woods says, Bobby D, were you over in the military? I was in Vietnam in 1970 at 17 years old. Man, I was in the military, but I served in one place, man. Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Yeah, man, I was there, man. I didn't serve in that long, but I got out of the medical, man. But, you know, I got it in me, man. My brother was military, my dad's military, my uncle, all my uncles. I got it in me, man. Came in that. I'm a military mind. I got a military mind, military mentality. You know, discipline is the key, man. And anything you do in life, discipline will get you through whatever you got to do. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what time it is. All right, we got here. Mark Mason says I'm in Frisco, Texas. I've never been to Frisco, Texas. Mark, that's good. That's good to know. Good to know. Reggie Coleman, riding the love train. Says sound like Bobby D. You experience in Tokyo a lot of introverts in Tokyo, Japan, which is I can identify with that because I'm an introvert. Introverts take a lot of time to warm up. Okay, all right, yeah, you might be right. Introverts people do take time to warm up because they are in their own mind. They have their own zone and they have their own preferences of how things should be, and they don't want people to come and mess up their little zone and little spaces. So before they accept you in this, they got to see will you fit well within their space. And so, yeah, introverts take a little bit more time to warm up. And a lot of people are in Japan are that because you can tell they're introverts because they're always, their head stuck in a book. And when we on a train, you don't see nobody talk. A lot of people just, or either they're not in the book, they're in paper, or they're on their phone. All the whole time. And if they're not doing that, they're doing one of these. Yeah, all the slob coming down on the side, you know. But yeah, that's how they do, man. That's how they do. Who else we got running? Riding Love Train, Bobby D and Lisa D. Expect Large said, go Army. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. 82nd, baby. 82nd. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. I want to bring this to y'all, give y'all some information, a debriefing on how we enjoyed our trip tremendously, things we learned, and you know, it's always good to see how other people live. Always good. And so if we don't have any more comments, man, I'm gonna have to call this a day. Anybody else got any more comments? Any more suggestions? Questions? I don't see any more. All right, guys. That's it for now. This is Bobby D. Take care. God bless. And peace.